Vegetarian pizza, pint of ale, job done. This noob opposite me used 3 inner tubes and 4 CO2 cartridges in order to try and get his back tyre on. It's now in the back of the van with a flat tyre, and hopefully tomorrow we can find somewhere that can actually fix it, otherwise he's screwed and I've still got plenty of battery left in order to go for another ride. If I can't fix it tomorrow, it may be yours truly going for a ride, and numbnuts here, well, he'll be going back in the van. Time for pizza and beer. Where every mountain biker's made from. Hey up, now then. Hello, welcome to the channel and welcome to the Lake District. We are in Windermere. Specifically, we're at Ambleside, and today we're going to be doing a 17-miler up onto the tops. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. This ride was given to me by GPX file by one of my subscribers. His name is on the screen now. So what's up there waiting for us, I've got no idea. But any opportunity to get out in the Dales, the Lakes, the Singletrack, you know it. You know it. We love it, you love it, we all love it. But enough waffle, more riding. Let's set off here in Ambleside and let's go for a good blast. So the start of this ride couldn't be any easier. It's actually this main car park here at Ambleside, and I'll put the postcode for you here. I think it was £5.50 for 3.5 hours, so it's not that bad. And the first route we're going to be taking is down this exit, and we're going to be following this to the actual start of the ride, which is about another 400-500 metres further down. Just keep going that way. And off we go. Lots of walkers about. We've got the bell. Let's do it just in case they're not, just in case they're asleep. Hiya! And I've got a feeling it's going to be a little bit wet up on the tops. But we'll find out together. Oh, nice little section. A little bit steeper than I thought it was. Gotta watch out for cars coming the other way, of course. That blows the cobwebs away. So now we're in Skelwith, and what you'll find if you come and do this ride is that half the ride, by the looks of it, is going to be road section, which is fine because you've got to be able to get onto the roads in order to be able to get up onto the moors. And we are still heading towards Elswater. Hiya. Elswater and Coniston. So we're just going to keep going now. We've got another half a mile, and the climb is starting, although it's not ridiculous on a warm sunny day like this. You never know whether to wrap up well, because up on the moors the weather can completely change. And on the drive over here we had rain, sleet, sun, blue skies, grey clouds. Can't make its mind up. So we've only been riding now for about a mile and a half, but it just feels so good to get out of the city, get away and stop doing local rides. So if you're interested in some more of this, give me a thumbs up, like and subscribe. Time to hit the trails. So eventually you come to this first public bridleway through the gate, and it looks like here is going to be our first climb all the way to the top. Now of course, on an ebe, this should be no thing, and we're not even going to use full turbo. Now foolishly, I've put my big jacket on, the advertising jacket. I've got a thermal on underneath because the weather forecast actually said it was going to be chucking it down. Brilliant. I'm going to be sweating like a madman as we get to the top here. But if you're like me, even though the grass is easier, I like the ASMR of the gravel under wheels. And it looks like finally we'll be heading up into the mountains. And that's quite a beautiful sight. Good to get up here. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Morning, ladies. You've got a beautiful view in your back garden, haven't you? Let's have a look. But you take it for granted, don't you? Look at that. Wow. Wow.
What I found really interesting about this ride here in the Lake District was that the weather could change within 15 to 20 minutes. 1 minute it was glorious sunshine and you were sweating really badly. 15-20 minutes later the clouds seemed to lower and it was very foggy and very misty, and then it would rain, a little bit of sleet, and then 10 minutes later again you're back in the glorious sunshine. It really does add that interesting aspect to mountain biking, with not knowing what's around the corner or over the next hill.
Agricultural land. There is a lot of climbing on this loose trail, which is always great to ride down. So I'm hoping at some point we're going to get a nice downhill, because so far it's nearly all being uphill. But as we know on the channel, what goes up must come down. Just nice to cruise a little bit. Ooh, so we've got a little bit of the downhill coming up. Maybe. Not the longest, but a nice reprieve. See the lad in front giving it a little bit. Yeah, nice. Very rocky. Nice. Squeaky brakes. Yeah. Which way is it? Is it a pull? I can't see. I can't see.
Got a flat tyre.
Who has?
Me.
Hold that.
Variable, really, isn't it?
Hold that. I can't bloody see. Oh! Oh! I would have been there all day. I've got a wet ass, I tell you that. And we have a puncher. So we're now going to be heading towards Hawkshead, and after we've gone down that little downhill, the power and the beauty of tubeless makes itself known. Heidi. Orbea. Now we need to find out whether that's a rip.
Is that feeling a bit?
Not sure out a bit.
You sure?
But so what we've done so far is I've just been around and checked his tyre here, and I can't find anything all the way around, but what I've noticed is you notice the tyres on the bead here, he's on all the way around except for here. It's not actually on, and because he hasn't got tubeless, I'm wondering whether he's had too little pressure in there. So we're going to try and pump it up with CO2, and if it goes down then we'll take it off and put an inner tube in. I've got a spare inner tube and some extra CO2 as well, so we shall see. He had a flat and he had a spare tube, so we put the spare tube in, pumped that up, and that immediately went down. I don't know what's happened, whether he's nicked it when he's putting the tube in, we're not sure. So the only inner tube I've got left is mine, which is a 27.5, but he's got 29-inch wheels. So last resort, we're going to have to put that in, and I'm down to my last CO2 cartridge because he's used them all up trying to get this tyre in. So if this doesn't work, I don't know what we're going to do. One of us has got a long walk home. I'm not going to leave him out here though. About 8 or 9 miles out in order to get back to the car. So if it's got to be done, it's got to be done. But barring that, the weather here is just perfect. And there's an eagle behind me. I don't know if you can see that up there. Yeah, so that's the situation now. And here's the lad looking depressed. Down to the last inner tube of mine and the last CO2 cartridge. Ooh, the adventures that you have in mountain biking. Is the last CO2, the third inner tube to go in. Because this tyre is so bloody tight, it is ridiculous trying to get that on. We think that maybe possibly the inner tube's got damaged trying to get that tyre on, but I kid you not, it's taken 2 of us to get that tyre on. It's so tight on that rim. Now he's using my 27.5 inner tube in here, and hopefully, I'm worried, is he putting the air in it? Is it going in? Are you putting the air in it? Definitely put air in it, have you? Is that my last one I gave you?
Yes. But
Right, well, that means that we're going to have to go back to HQ, but I'm not going to leave a man down.
Oh.
Is it filling? I can't see where I'm pointing. Is it filling?
yes.
Keep going. Hiya. Is it staying up?
No.
What? So the plan is, I am going to ride back to the start, get the keys, get the van, and then come pick him up so he hasn't got to push the bike all this way. Now if we get a puncture on the way back, we're screwed, because he's got my last inner tube and he's also got the, actually no, we've got no CO2 left either. So we're now in the hands of the gods. If anything happens to my bike, Haibike, we're screwed, literally. So the joys of mountain biking. So unfortunately, the route I wanted to do and finish, well, what can I say? It's not going to happen. You really come up here. Yeah, we did. Evening, ladies. We've had a disaster. But it's a nice little downhill. Muddy. Muddy, muddy, muddy. It's loose. Operation St. Paul. The old Orbea will get you back, lad. Slow? I don't think so. Woo! 25 degrees uphill. I'll tell you what, even on an eve, this is quite an hill. If I lean back even slightly, front wheel comes up. It's not good to have that power though. Ta. Cheeky. Well, the jacket was off and then the jacket was on. Weather can't make its mind up here up in the lakes. Oh dear. I was really looking forward to this ride as well. It was given to me by a subscriber who told me it was a fantastic ride. Don't know the road, so I've got to have a bit of break here.
I hope you enjoyed that video, even though it was a little bit of a disaster for us two up there on the moors. But what it really does come down to, this video, it shows you that there are a lot of e-mountain bikers out there. I'm not pointing fingers at anybody who just buy the bike, wash it, throw it in the garage, and that's it, without any basic bike maintenance. And I've learned so much since November from you, the subscribers, and people like Stephen Gator and all the other people on Facebook and various places out there that have really helped me learn how to do things myself. I also do a basic bike check now every couple of rides, checking all the bolts are up to torque, checking this, checking that. And of course I've gone now tubeless, but what's really interesting is you'll find out in the next video why Paul had so much problems putting 3 inner tubes in, well actually 4 in the end, ruined 4 inner tubes, why that happened, and how when we visited a bike shop here in the lakes, I was going to say the Dales then, in the lakes, how somebody in a bike shop did it with no tools, and we struggled up on that mountain to try and get that back tyre on. There is a technique to all this. You'll find that out in the next video when we do go for a brilliant ride, a short 15 miler, but my God was that ride gnarly, probably the gnarliest ride I've ever done, and the YouTube GoPro never shows you how extreme it is. You're going to need some body armour if you're going to be blasting down like I did. A bit foolish and I came off a couple of times, but you'll see that in the next video. Anyway, thumbs up, like, subscribe, share and all that good stuff, and I'll even do a video on the hotel that we stayed at, which was mountain bike friendly. See you in the next video here up in the Lake District. And boots on the ground, you know what to do. Less waffle, more riding.
How's my bike facing backwards? I'm not sure.